So what's going on? What does it suggest about any hope for hostage exchanges or extended peace? Retired U.S. Army officer, 21 years of active service, 4 combat deployments, Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Davis. And as I should say every time, I appreciate you for your service, and I appreciate you for the example of what the men and women who serve us are capable of after they're done with the service abroad and all the amazing things that you afford us at home. So thank you, sir.
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that.
Right after a humanitarian pause that is only several hours long, you start bombing heavy. Isn't that risky? I mean, 3 hours is not very long. Aren't so many people at risk of being caught out there thinking they had time to get away?
Yeah, and let's hope that the Israeli, and we don't know yet, and I've been looking for information, hadn't been able to find it confirmed, but let's hope that the Israelis, who have almost a fleet of drones, covering every square meter of the Gaza Strip right now, watching everything that's going on. Let's hope that they had cleared all the areas that they fired of civilians before, because we saw massive numbers actually moving through some of these corridors. But what I also expect was happening is that the Hamas fighters were probably using the opportunity to reposition some places, try to move from one place to another during the pause. But they were probably watched by the Israeli forces up the top, so that once that pause was over, now then the Israelis got targeting data, and I suspect that some of that was a result of the pause.
Where are you in balancing the competing interests of rooting out Hamas and making sure this doesn't happen again, not in the same way for Israel, and the tremendous civilian cost that we're seeing on the ground with those who survive and those who do not in Gaza?
Yeah, Chris, we cover this on our show, Daniel Davis Deep Dive, which we have on YouTube routinely, because it is one of the most important things to me. First of all, from a humanitarian perspective, we have great sympathy and empathy for all the civilians, and that means the Israeli citizens who were slaughtered, and that means the Palestinians who have been killed and continue to be killed in large numbers. And if you're just looking at it, even if you wanted to take the morality out of it, just look at it from practicality from the Israeli side, because they say, look, they have every right to go and try to destroy the Hamas terrorists that slaughtered so many of their people. I don't think anybody denies that. But it has to be done in a way that's proportional, and it can't inflict too much pain on other innocent civilians that suffer the same way. And, President Biden has been going, to his credit, he's been saying from the beginning that Israel has to be careful. And now Secretary of State Blinken is going a little bit further and being more emphatic that they have to take care of that, because you see, last weekend, there was this huge numbers of protests all over the Western world, the United States, here in Washington, D.C., Paris, Berlin, all kinds of places, and they can't lose the support of the West, nor can they inflame tensions too much in the region against them, or they could have even more enemies.
We didn't see protests like this after 9/11. We didn't have social media that could connect people to situations that they're not aware of otherwise or knowledgeable about. And 2, they had hit us. But I want your perspective on this, sir. And I say it with respect, and I went there to watch you guys fight for us back here at home. Is it interesting to you that the United States is asking for Israel to have a moderation that it did not exercise itself with how it pursued the campaign in Iraq, which was, as you well know, the wrong country if you wanted to target the 9/11 guys? And that's in a much bigger conversation. I know you handle it on the podcast and well. But isn't there a little bit of irony in this, that they are asking of Israel what they would have never done themselves?
Well, yeah, and there's even more recent experience with that it troubles me, because, we want to hold Russia accountable for all of their, especially their air activity into civilian areas in the Ukraine war. And we routinely say, you can't do this. It's a violation of the land warfare. You can't target civilians. You have to be more careful. And I'm all for the protection of all the civilians in any of these warfare. That's why I hate war so much, because of the casualties it inflicts on the most weak. But we sacrifice the moral authority to hold anyone accountable for those things, or to even cause them to want to stop doing it, when we are emphatic against somebody we don't like, Russia, and then we are just kind of kid gloves with somebody we do like, with Israel. We've got to be consistent both with ourselves with our adversaries and with our friends if we want to uphold the rule of law.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.